Hello and welcome. Right, we've got something a little bit different for this evening's live. And a Sunday, as you can tell, I'm up in the Lego room and it is rather fresh. But what I want to do is I want to go over all the sets that have been released for February, because that's something that we didn't cover in the last live stream. And also the pre-orders that are on the Lego website, as you can see, as I start to scroll down here. Hopefully they'll be on this bit. If not, we can go back to the home. They are now available at the other retail outlets in the UK. So we can actually see different places to get these Lego sets from on the 1st of March. So we've got these here, for example. So we've got the Star Wars stuff. I have noticed that they are also on different websites as well. So you can either pre-order a lot of this stuff now and get the giveaway, but for the UK fan base or the UK people that are just in the UK, I'll show you where you'll be able to get those from as well. Now, if you are watching from further afield, in the chat as we go through, or if you are watching this back on the replay, because it's always a really awkward time to go live on a Sunday. Today is actually 5 o'clock, so I'm a little bit later. Let me know if you can get any of these bits and pieces that we'll be having a look at elsewhere at your local toy shops moving forward. So, for example, Toys R Us and places like that. But what we'll do to start with is we will cover these new bits and pieces, and we'll start off with the stuff that came out in February, which I do believe these are them. So this week's top picks, we'll start off with these, and then we'll go have a look at some of the other little bits and pieces that might take your fancy. So we'll start off with the tree. So $79.99. That was, I do believe, available for pre-order, and now it is obviously live. So I thought that this potentially might have sold out. Miles off, absolutely miles off. I would imagine you can still go into shop and you can still get this. And what is really weird is that we have already, we always do this, 1 star, 1 review. So what is wrong with this? I want to love this set, but I barely like it. I love the idea, overall shape and the concept are amazing. However, the color scheme for this build is utterly bizarre. The base has vibrant colors, and then the tree is black body. Can't even make sense to me. The picture frame blend in way too much to the orange. Interesting. There we go. So the structure of the build is excellent. So I'm investing different colored parts to make it. And there we go. Right. Okay. So that's not exactly the most positive way to start off. So they do not like the colors. I would imagine the pictures against the leaves would have been absolutely fine. And I think the clips are supposed to be hidden within the trees, I would imagine. So if you're moaning that you can't see clips in the tree, it's probably because that is meant to be. But the base itself, obviously really bright and vibrant. And the shaft is obviously a dark tree. And it has seasonal foliage going by this. And you obviously got the different wildlife. So you can see you've got the butterflies, you've got the little birds or doves. And it does come with lots of accessories, which is all those accessories just there, tennis rackets and other little bits and pieces, I do believe. So that is what came out on the 1st of February. So that is the first of many different things that we're going to be having a very, very brief look at. I'm only going to be doing this for an hour and a half, because we do have a lot of the Star Wars and Ninjago stuff to go over. There's going to be no Lego room bits and pieces on this. This is not linked to a disaster video today, just because I haven't had time. I am sat in between my brand new Ninjago display, which went live yesterday. And I do need your feedback for that, but I am not going to have time to set that up, which is annoying. So I will be sharing that with you on Thursday night with some photos with regards to what do you think looks better, and that'll be part of our disaster series moving forward. So $79.99 is the new Lego Ideas family tree. I think it looks sweet, and I think it'll work quite nicely in a new area that is directly behind me. So I might do some Lego room camera share potentially with regards to different bits and pieces, because I might show you where some of these sets could potentially go as we move on. If not, I won't. It'd be that simple. So if you are watching this back, let us know what you think of the family tree for $79.99. Now, the next thing that would have come out is this thing just here. So this is $44.99. It is the Kingfisher bird. And again, Lego icons, you can already save £4.50 on this. Lots of places that these sets have come out on. It does seem to be that a lot of the sets that Lego have released for January and again for February are hitting all main retailers as well as the Lego websites. There's not that many exclusive or hard to find sets until we get to the new Star Wars bits and pieces. And you'll see what I mean by that in a second, or a few minutes, further on in this life. So $44.99 for the Kingfisher bird, 834 pieces, item number 10331. Now, bearing in mind, obviously, this is not exclusive. This will be available somewhere else. And the first website that I go to, we will see if it is there with all the new stuff that is coming soon. Now, I do believe that when we saw this, when it was first announced, a lot of people did like the colors that came with this. And I think it does look very, very smart. You can see all the different pictures that we are scrolling through. I think it looks nice. I think it's a nice looking thing. I would imagine this will be one of those that sell well. But again, item number 10331, 834 pieces, 360 points. It is under the 18 plus banner. It's not going to take up a huge amount of space with regards to the base that it's on. But then at the same time, I think that wingspan does look very, very impressive. So, yeah, I think it's a nice looking. I think it is a nice looking thing. If you are a fan of this, then obviously, please let us know. And if you're not, you're not. It doesn't really matter, does it? Right, moving on to the next thing. So, obviously, if you are watching this back or you do jump into the live later on, because like I said, it's always an awkward time to go live. If there's anything that you want me to jump on or have a look at, we can discuss in greater detail, then I will do. But it's these pre-orders to where else they're available is what we will cover in a little bit more greater detail, because we did go through a lot of the sets in the last live stream, but covered none of the February releases. So just as a quick cover, this has already got, it's 5 stars, 12 reviews. Is there anything? Worst one's 3 stars. So obviously we'll go for the worst one and see the reason why. Strong set for 2024. People like it. Big, but really nice project. One of the best. Recommend to a friend. Again, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star for everything. Lego and Dune has never been so good. So this has obviously been taken from the new film that's going to be coming out. One of my new favorite Lego sets of all time. Very impressive set. Because I haven't seen the film at the moment, I got no interest in this whatsoever. But a couple of people have asked me my thoughts on this. And because I've not really paid too much attention, I thought, well, it's only fair to actually have a proper look. Now, I don't know where that 3 star review is. Maybe they only put 3 stars and didn't actually leave a typing thing. They might have just put 3 stars and not then typed anything. It's always nice to know the worst one, because 9 times out of 10, it makes no sense whatsoever. Apart from 1 or 2 of the sets where I think everybody was in agreement that the X-Men X-Jet was a little bit on the expensive side, but the set itself, phenomenal. And also was also a really nice minifigures, apart from the price. But we are looking at some of these, and they've obviously received it from the Lego group. So yeah, you're going to give it 5 stars if you received it, I think. So maybe take some of them with a pinch of salt. But again, it's nice to see. But I want to have a look at the minifigures on this for myself and what this is actually all about, because I've not looked. I have not looked at it whatsoever. I have no idea what Dune is. Probably saying that completely wrong, but I have actually no idea what any of this is or what it's to do with. But for $149.99, you get given 1,369 pieces, 1,200 points, and it is item number 10327, and it is an 18 plus set. Now, I do like the fact that you can obviously have it led down. It does look like it's a Technic chassis with all of the Lego bits and pieces on top. So 9 times out of 10, it's going to fall apart. But at the same time, with it being a smaller build, it might be all right, because the UCS Republic gunship that I've just built, phenomenal build, and it's so sturdy. Apart from the sliding side door, that's the one thing I think that keeps falling off on a lot of people's sets. Now, the wingspan on this does look very, very massive. It does look very impressive, and I do believe, obviously, they fold in on themselves, as you can see on the picture that I was clicked on. Yes, they are just there. So if you are sat on the fence on this, this is what you're going to get given. Now, the reason why I keep clicking on these pictures is I'm hoping, there they are, that I'm hoping for this. This is what we are after. So these are the minifigures that you are getting. I could not tell you anything about these minifigures whatsoever. However, obviously, I was about to say they are all identical legs and torsos, and they are not. So the 2 characters here on the left and the one in the middle, they are same torso. No, they're not. Same legs, different torso. this torso and this torso is the same. In fact, that's got different legs. Right, let's retry this, shall we? So we have got same leg to same leg, different torso because you've got that bit at the top and that bit curves. But then this torso and this torso, I think, are they're potentially the same, or this bit might be different in the middle. And then this one has the body armor over the top. So I have no idea what that one is like. But then this one also has different leg print. So it looks like we've got 3 different leg print, which is nice, and potentially 3 different torso prints as well, potentially double faces or double prints on both of those, and they do look nice. With regards to the printing, I think the printing is very, very strong on those, but again, I have absolutely no idea with regards to how it relates to anything, so I have no idea on that whatsoever. So again, if you're watching this back, please let me know what you think, and we can obviously go through that and have a good discussion in the comment section. Now, these people, there's 4 more because there's 1 missing off this, and it is a huge thing. So the gold looks nice, and it does look like it's got a nice face print that wraps all around. You've got the pink, got the nice pink on there, and then you've got the black that cuts in. Very, very smart. Then you've obviously got 2 just plain standard green legs. Again, if it's 100% accurate, it is what it is. They don't need print on there. You obviously got the weapons that it comes with, and then you have got the print up on the belt buckle, zip, bit across the top, and then you've got more of almost like a piratey type torso on this with the baggy top with the belt, and you've got, I think, possibly a different stubble. I don't think I've seen that stubble with that eyebrow configuration before. And then you've got the bun. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It does look like it's obviously quite a interesting set with the type of weaponry that it all comes with. So it looks like you can have some big battles. Now, I think what a lot of people might like is this. Now, I think I might have just spotted that this is actually potentially cape. Yes, it is. So how does that minifigure stand? Because it's obviously not legs. When I think I first saw this, I thought, oh, it's a massive set of legs like it was with the Avatar sets. Clearly not. So is this just on... What do we think? Is this just a minifigure? But I haven't seen anything. I've not seen any of the reviews, so it's obviously easy enough, but it's always nice to guess. Do we think it's just on a very, very long peg that goes into a basic minifigure stand, and then you've got what is basically the dress as such, with the front and the back, and then obviously it clips just on the side, just there. So Ozy Bricks, if you are going to pull the trigger on this one and get this set, then obviously let me know. I did spot your comment, and I will get back to that later on this evening, because I couldn't answer that question until I actually had a look at it in greater detail. It's a pretty looking thing, if you think about it, with regards to like that, how it's been designed. It's very bug-esque, isn't it? So you can see how it's got all the wings and how they fold in and come back out again. And it's also got multiple layers to it. So it does look nice. With regards to the wingspan, it's 31 inches in width. So those wings are enormous. So it is wider than it is longer because it's 80 centimeters or 31 inches in girth. And the length is 22 inches or 56 centimeters in length. So it is a long old dong on that one. And then we have the back box artwork. So I think the box artwork, see, have they done the same thing with the front? We like looking at the box artwork, and they have. They've done the same thing. They're hiding the front of the box behind the set, which is all right when it's like that, when you don't have the minifigures underneath it, but it's all lost. I think they need to put the front and back box artwork as a separate photo, because this is actually much easier to see because we can zoom it in on that. So it does look like that. I'm about to say, it does look like something opens, but I can't quite figure out what it does open, unless they just stood that on there. Is that the... Oh, it's the ramp. I'm trying to assume that's the ramp, and it's not the landing gear. It's quite hard to tell, but I'm assuming he stood on that for a reason, or they just stood something silver on there because for some reason they've used black on black and you can't see everything. Not complaining, Not complaining at all. Have we got it? So that photo there, yes, it does look like the gear goes up. So maybe the landing gear retracts. So you have got the Technic bits and pieces, or this flap retracts, and then that's actually where it stood on. So maybe it doesn't all retract. Again, if you've got this set, please help me out. But that is what that looks like on the box artwork. And that is, good grief, that is a very, very tall minifigure when they've got them all together like that. So that is that set. So that is that all covered. And again, it does look enormous in hand, but it does look like you're getting quite a lot for $149.99. So not too bad with regards to that. So there's very, very strong Lego sets, but it does say that this is this week's top picks. We've got one idea set, one icon set, and I do believe another icon set as well, which don't forget used to be the Lego Creator. Now, what we will do is we will go by... Is there anything else that is on here? We've got the London phone box. I think that's coming. Oh no, that's just come out. So I couldn't care less about that really. But let's go to new and see, he says. There we go. And we will go to the newest. And we'll skip the stuff that is on available for pre-order. And we'll go to the February stuff first, and then we will come back. So I'll click on the ones that need to be clicked on with regards to like minifigures and things, but we'll do a very, very, very quick recap. So we are starting off with the red London telephone box. Basically what you get is what you see, but you have got some little bits and pieces on the inside that you can chop and change with that. So if you wanted this for whatever reason, obviously go for it. They did on the photo have it as a phone holder on the back, but I don't really think that's going to work as much on that. Then we have got some of these brickheads. So brickhead is there. And then as we come down, you've got brickhead number 2, Kingfisher that you've already looked at, and then you've got the Iron Spider-Man. So that is your 3 things just there and located. Nice and easy, nice and simple. As we come down and move on, you have then got the Senna, which is a pre-order. So we'll come back to that as a pre-order thing. They've mix and match the pre-orders with the stuff that has just been released, which is never the easiest thing. So you've got the Sonic the Hedgehog and Knuckles Shadow Brickhead. Then when we clicked on this on Thursday, everything was pre-order, and it is still pre-order. Now, I don't understand why all of this is pre-order, unless all of this now is also going to be coming out at our local retailers. And if that is the case, then it's going to be very, very interesting, because Lego now are going to be releasing a lot of stuff, or showing us a lot of stuff the month before that you can also get as a pre-order. Because I always thought that the business model was it was at the Lego website only for a month and in store only for a month. And then the normal retailers got it a couple of weeks later. But now it seems to be, going by what I have seen, and it happened with the Indiana Jones stuff as well, that the brand new Indiana Jones sets you could get from the Lego website, but they weren't available for pre-order. And you could go into our local toy shops and pick them up on the same day. So Lego was almost competing against itself, but at the same time, it's Lego sets, isn't it? So I don't know how the internal competitiveness works. But as we're scrolling down again, you can see these are still pre-orders on page number 2, so it's not exactly helpful. I just want to cover the bigger sets that are coming out, so the bigger sets that have already been released. And then we're going to tuck in great depth again on the Star Wars sets for where else they're going to be available to order. So the Hagrid's Hut, the Unexpected Visit, that's still available for pre-order. I think that's all March. All of these are available. We had a look at these in much greater detail with regards to the minifigures. They do look very, very sweet for those minifigures. Add to bag, add to bag, add to bag. Back order, right. So this is something else that we click on. There's a reason why this is on back order. It is stunning. So the back order for this is now 22nd of February. I can see why. If I had my Ninjago section up and running before February, this might have been day 1 release for me. But what I'm doing is making massive progress with regards to getting this layout done. And then once everything is done, I will then start to buy more sets. But until it is all in and placed, I am not doing that, because I just end up breaking everything because we keep moving it so much. So We will see and look at the reason why this is available for back order in a second. But $89.99, 22nd of February at the moment. And then, sorry, don't forget, this is UK website. So I don't know if it's on back order anywhere else around the world. 1,823 pieces, 720 points, item number 80113. So it's a beautiful, beautiful looking thing, and you can see what it is all about. That is the box artwork. We don't really need to zoom in on the front of the box, but we can zoom in on the front of the set. So there's a lot going on with this with regards to everything from top all the way down to the bottom. So you can see you've got all of the different minifigures up at the top. You have got the very spring lantern-esque bits and pieces, obviously, because it's all the same theme from the Chinese New Year. You've got the two minifigures at the top holding the fireworks. Do look very nice. And the nice thing is that I haven't looked at this in detail since it first got announced. And I am spotting different bits and pieces on this. So, for example, you've got the golden frog with the golden lily pad. That's a really nice touch. And then you've got all of this that you build up separately. I'm assuming that'd be a sticker. That'd be a sticker on there. So some of you are obviously very, very lucky to have this set, because if you got it straight away, well, you can see how popular it is if it's on back order. And don't forget, if people just it's because it's on back order, you can still order it, but it will say the date it says will be the date it will ship out. And then if you leave it too long and people keep ordering it, it will get further and further out. All the minifigures down at the bottom do look very good indeed. So you have got the chef with the bits and pieces on there, and then you've got the old lady with the flower stall. So I'm assuming she's just bought some flowers or she works there. And then you've got the two little ones, and you've got the more elderly gentleman. I'm guessing they're going to be stickers on a tile. What that relates to, potentially a menu? I don't know. I have no idea on that. Now, you got the selfie stick. You got the cool little noodle thing. That's a nice little outfit. These two outfits here, the matching torsos, they do look really smart. And obviously, you've got this thing just here, which again looks really nice. And then you've got all the detail in there. So you've got potentially different soups and that kind of thing. It's a good scale. It's a good size. And then obviously noodles and potentially, well, it's just noodles, isn't it? I think. Don't think that's ice cream. I wouldn't imagine that's ice cream, not with a heat lamp across the top. I'm assuming that is going to be noodles and meatballs, but I could be miles off on that, and it could be chocolate ice cream. The bits and pieces across the back, what have we got? We have got a lot of detail going on the back of this. Again, I think it does look very, very nice. So you have got the seating area up at the top, different same minifigures, but no, different minifigures at the top, because you've only got the one shooting off a firework on the side. You have got food on the top tier. Middle tier, you have got all of the different family singing karaoke. I'm assuming that is a toilet and a sink, because they seem to have a fetish for putting toilets in absolutely every set at the moment. That's the third set in the space of 3 months, possibly, that's added a new loo in. Then you've got the counter. You've got the selfie stick looking at some bits and pieces in there. You've got the other person going up the stairs with the nice flowers. And then you've got, I'm assuming it's the mascot or whatever for the shop. Then you've got the chef, and that is huge. So you've got the meat there. I guess it's turkey. Then you've got all the kitchen bits and pieces. Then you've got the oven. So again, does look really, really nice. But obviously it says family reunion celebration. So we are assuming that this is just one family on here. And then I'm guessing, well, unless they're all a family, but I don't know. But I am not in charge of that deeper thought process. Window, minifigure, it's a fish. They're looking at the fish on the side. Fair enough. So you look at the fish tank, and then very, 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 very quick look at all the minifigures again. So how they've got them grouped, you've got a family of 4, 2, but are they assuming because she's got the same outfit as that might be the grandma, granddad. Those two look like they're just standalone, and then those two look like they're together, and then those two work with that one. So I am making that story up as we go, but I think that is potentially how they've got that as a family reunion. Now, moving on to the next round, or next lot, shall we say. So that's back order. Does that mean the next one's on the back order? It is. Well, okay. So that's 27th of February. So this is a surprise. So you can back order it, but you can still order 5 of them if you want to. $69.99. I think a lot of people were having this to go in the front of their family celebration set. Again, it looks very sweet. $69.99, 1,171 pieces, 560 points, item number 80112. So don't forget, just because they are sold out on the website, they might be available at your local Lego store. So you can do a checker on the side just here, and then you can type in your postcode and it let you know what it is and how close it is to you. So give that a go. Don't be afraid to give that a go. But that set was that. I've just clicked off that without even zooming in on the set itself. So that is the set itself. It does look very, very nice. The colors do look very, very smart. It's a nice big dragon. It will look lovely with regards to having minifigures at the front. And you can use that as basically as a photo opportunity if you want to, or just a really nice display piece. And if you want to see how big it is for scale, there you go. That is how big it is for scale. It looks quite nice. Beautiful colors. I can imagine a lot of people will be wanting this and a lot of people wanting to hunt this one down, I would think, because I think it does look, it looks very, very cute indeed. Right, moving on. We'll keep this pace and we'll just get through these. So the Mickey Mouse is out. Clone Troopers is out. That was obviously in a huge back order, and now they've caught up with that. So the calendar is still available. The Japanese postcard available. The daffodils are available. So obviously we're just going through the stuff that is new now. The 5th anniversary. I am looking at this more and more, going, do I just wrap a load of the Monkey Kid sets around the red roller coaster? That is what I am thinking at the moment, because if you haven't caught yesterday's upload, it's a long one. It is a very, very long disaster video, and we finished in a very good way, where I'm trying to get the Spider-Man final battle set built up into the red coaster. And something like this, because it's nice, I think this will be just a perfect depth where it will just run in front of the red coaster and it will go well with the other larger bits and pieces, because if you look at it, it's not exactly deep. So it's got the Technic pins. You can click all the bits and pieces together. You've got, what I love is that little Lego vending machine there. I think that's very, very sweet. And then you've got basically mix and match. So mix and match, $159.99. It is the 5th anniversary of the set. It's 2,330 pieces, 1,280 points, item number 8005 and a 4. Now, the minifigures it comes with are, well, let's be honest, look fantastic. So don't forget, it's under the Monkey Kid range. You are spot. I mean, look how many you get. And look at all the weird and wonderful face prints you get. You've got sunglasses over the mouth, underneath the nose, with a flamethrower, and then you've got these two things here with the the orange and the blue, and then you've got whatever that's supposed to be, and then you've got an ice cream, because that is the same outfits that they have as the tickets in the theme park. That's why that would work very, very well. Then you've got this young lady here holding the crystal. Then you've got, I'm guessing, undercover painter, Robert, whatever. This purple one, which I think is the hairdresser. Then you've got a blue cat. And then you have the older lady with the grey hair. And then you've got the cool punk. Purple. Monkey Kid 1. Monkey Kid 2. And then you've got the others as well. I clicked on the wrong thing. Idiot, 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 idiot. So we'll zoom in on this side. And they are the final ones on this side, which I think, you know, you can't really go wrong, can you? Let's be honest, you can't really go wrong whatsoever. Now, we will move on to the next set. Let's move on to the next one. We'll see exactly what is going on with that. Let's go back, zoom you out. So what is there any others that are on back order? I wasn't really expecting a lot. So we've got the Peacock, we've got the Baby Groot, which Colin from Coles Bricks has picked up. He said it's weird, but he likes it. Oh, that is probably the favourite quote of that live stream. Yeah, it's weird, but I like it. And then he bought it. Then you've got the ukulele. I said that right. Check me out. And then you've got the safari animals. T-Rex skull. The burger's still available. It is. So the burger's available. The modern mansion is available. So that was came with the giveaway with that specific thing, and I think now we are into the January releases. We've got the gold carts, and we've got the bigger truck. So we think we've covered all of the stuff that came out in Feb. So that's okay. X-Men Jet, unbelievable. I've done an unboxing video. I bit the bullet and picked this up and got the hoop tee at the same time, just to show you an overpriced comparison video for when they go into a sale. So that is available somewhere if you want to hunt that down. It was very, very painful to do, as you can fully well imagine, because it cost a fair bit of money to get as well. But the hoop tee I did actually get in a really, really large sale. So I was happy about that. Now, I think it's only fair we start off this new bit with this Valentine's Day gift box. Once this thing spins round and it loads up, we're on a go slow. So that is what that looks like. I still think that you should just go into the store and be able to spend £10 to give somebody that you care about this set that is into Lego, because they haven't got any other good value price point Lego sets that show somebody this affection. So just have it as a release and just keep it out all year round. It doesn't need to be a limited edition, especially if they're only valuing that at £9.99. I know the price point. I know the price point's only £70, but 70 quid on somebody for Valentine's Day to be able to get this is a little bit naughty. And then at the same time, if your partner is into Lego and they know how much you spent to get this, and you only give them this in a card, they want to know what you bought yourself to give them this. So you are in a lose-lose situation if you think that you can buy yourself something to then give them that as the giveaway and not have to worry about spending any more money on them. So I would tread lightly that you could be stuffed with regards to that, and that's what the back of the box artwork looks like. I think again, it's a sweet looking thing, isn't it? It is a sweet looking thing with regards to all the different bits and pieces. But I don't know. I've got absolutely no interest in it whatsoever. I'm just going to do a poll now. What is better? That's a Q&A. I don't want to be doing a Q&A. No. Idiot. Right. What do we think is better in the chat? Do we think that the January, what month is better for Lego releases? Jan, Feb or March? It's a simple poll. Jan, Feb, option March. And that now should be pinging up in the live stream somewhere. That'll be available somewhere. Okay, Bricks, how are we? Good evening to you. Yes, I know. I've just said. I've just said my thoughts on this. I think it should have just been available to order. Hey, Bricks is desperate to get himself a nice set, but refuses to get the set because this is the current giveaway. So potentially they are actually shooting themselves in the foot as well. But I do find it funny because it really does not like this at all. So Kurt from Cambridge, check him out on Instagram. Now we've just covered Cambridge, all of the stuff that came out in Feb. We are now going to have a quick look at the pre-orders, but what we're going to do is we are actually going to look at where else that they're going to be coming out. Because if you have this scenario, I know you've got to take the points into consideration, but say, for example, we will start with this. Now, this I do think is absolutely gorgeous. I do think if people want a representation of the Falcon at probably at the cheapest price point you can get, apart from the micro one, but at the same time, more than likely the best looking one that they've done, the UCS one, this is the one to go for. Now, it clearly says pre-order this item today from the 1st of March. Now, if I put this in my basket, this breaks the price point for a giveaway purchase by £4. So I do get the giveaway with this as well. So this is what you've got to take away sort of thing as we go through. Now, Where is it? Where's the website? Let me just do a little bits and pieces in the background because our local toy shop in the UK, under the new arrival, clocked onto this yesterday. So I wanted to show everybody because I don't know if it's new arrivals or they've got it coming soon. I thought I just clicked low to high, high to low. Here we go. Look, see. So they haven't said anything, as you can see, but you have got the sorting hat. You've got the R2D2, which we'll be having a look at. You also have the friend set, and then you've got the Falcon. Now and look, they're getting the McLaren, they're getting the other thing, and they're also saying that this is a Smiths exclusive, which means okay, if it's a Smiths exclusive, they won't have it anywhere else, or they won't have it anywhere else for a certain time. Now, you would think that because this here is available for pre-order, that it means that the other local toy shops in the UK would get this. They're just showing you that it's coming because they did this with the Daily Bugle, the Avengers Tower. However, I can pre-order it from Smiths as well, and they have a pre-order promise, and the stock is expected on the 1st of March 2024. Now, I have never seen Lego do a pre-order business model like this before. I've never ever seen this whatsoever, especially from multiple websites at the same time. So if you are watching this back and you have a Smiths very, very close to you, but you have to travel to get to a Lego store and you want this day one, will you drive to a Lego store and pick it up for the points and potentially giveaway purchase that might be about? Or do you want to save the money that you would spend on fuel, which you get back in points, to get it at a local Smiths, which potentially could be 5 minutes away from you? Or you're just going to pre-order it and then you're guaranteed it, but you're not going to get it on the 1st of March. So, Kurt, if you're watching and listening in the background, if there's anybody else about, let me know. Let me know what you guys and girls are thinking because this is for me, I find it fascinating from a business point of view. But we will be taking a good look at the sets again because I think these are going to sell very, very well. Now, before what I think we'll do, we'll go set by set. So pre-order this now. It's got the pre-order price promise. It's available from the 1st of March. Now, I am only going to be looking at the Smiths. I'm not going to go everywhere else. Otherwise, this live stream will be hours and hours long. So we'll just compare it to here. Toys R Us over in Canada and maybe in the States as well might have some offers on at your local bits. Yeah, it makes sense if anyone. This is the thing, Kurt. It does make sense, but because obviously we know how close our local Smiths are to us, would you pre-order it or just go into store and get it so you're guaranteed it day one? It makes sense to me getting it from maybe the Lego website. I didn't want it day one and had a good giveaway purchase. But if you wanted it straight away and you wanted something to build for whatever reason, then there is those options, isn't there? So it's a bit of an interesting one. So what we'll do is we'll go back to this and we'll carry on. So this is the Falcon. I think, like I said, potentially is one of the best looking Falcons they've done. You've got all the different bits and pieces at the top. That's a nice aerial view. I do like the fact it comes with the stand. Now, something that I did not consider when I was speaking with Jay's Toy Collection UK, who is a phenomenal Star Wars fan, is I was saying what it should come with. It should come with a minifigure. And that minifigure should go just here. Is there enough gap to put the minifigure stood up there? Because I think the dimensions on the box give us the length and width, and they do give us a little bit of height, but I can't quite figure out how tall that is. Now, on this photo down here, it is flat. This photo, it is curved. So does it also mean that it will move around on the stand as well? That's the interesting bit for me because I really would like a minifigure on each one. I just don't know now if the minifigure is going to fit underneath it. So that's going to keep it nice and interesting. But that is all the photos for that. So again, 1st of March, nice and simple. And it does obviously come with the exclusive brick. We've covered that multiple times. If you're watching this back, 25 years of Lego Star Wars. Now, potentially would think you'd be able to order this off the Lego website so you can make up a really nice diorama or have, I don't know, a history of 25 years of Star Wars as a backdrop, and you can just use all your minifigure characters to it. How much that's going to be as an individual piece, I don't know, because I really hope that is a print. Because if it's a sticker, you might be in trouble. We'll know in a month's time. Unless people have already got it and they're showing it off. Because that's another thing that Lego seems to be doing. They seem to be giving out sets much, much earlier than they used to. So again, it's a slightly different business model that they are doing. I find that very, very interesting. But again, it is what it is. Now we will move on to the next one. So that is that one covered. Valentine's Day is covered. That's the roses. We don't need to worry about that. Now the sorting hat. The sorting hat is also on the other website. So we'll have a quick look at the sorting hat for a pre-order thing. Let me just do that in the background as you're looking at the sorting hat. I won't need to click on both. Yes, it's available for pre-order and it does say the 1st of March. The website that we were just looking at, it is exactly the same. And Smith will get it to you pretty much next day. With Lego, it's a week because of where it comes from their warehouse. So it's different. It's definitely different. But with regards to this, it is 7.5 inches wide. It is 9.5 inches in length. Got actually detail I didn't even spot the first time. So you have got this stitch patch tile. That is going to be an absolute nightmare to put on as a curve. So good luck getting that stitch sticker on because that is going to be a fruity one for sure. And then it does say, oh, 31 different sound combinations. And it goes limp as well by the looks of it. So you can make it floppy and it does. Oh, no, it's already floppy. And then you can flop it about where you can make it go up and down. And it is English voice only. So they will be selling this, I guess, around the world, but it is what it is. It'll be interesting to see when they do the sound bricks, if this is the thing that they're going to go forward in, because they've just done it in Braille, where you can learn the different languages in Braille. Will they do different sound bricks? If they do different sound bricks, can you get the different sound bricks in this country, or are they going to bid off because it's just going to cost too much money to do? Now, I said it before, and look, I've got the base directly beside. I think that is the exact. In fact, it is. It is the exact same size base as the Spider-Man final battle head, because it's the same elements all around the side, and the head just goes in the middle where this is just layered and it's layered again. So I am almost sure that it is that exact same size. So and then you've got this smallest underneath, and it must just around. So because there's no way she is getting that on her head in all the best will in the world. That is that. And it comes off the stand. So you can have it on the stand, which means, like the final battle add on with the Sandman, the stand could be completely pointless if you just wanted this somewhere else. So you are potentially losing quite a few bricks, like you did with the Spider Man set, because, especially for me, and I think a lot of other people, when you combine them together, you don't need the bottom of those bricks. So take that in consideration. So that is 561 pieces, 720 points. Item number 76429. So that is what that is all about, and what that is all for. Now, moving on to the next set. What do we have? We have got. What is going to be next? Is it going to be it's the R2D2? So again, Exact same thing. Going back straight back over to that, the website, just doing that in the background so your eyes don't get hurt. So it gives you an opportunity just to soak in that box. On the website I'm looking at, pre-order £89.99. Again, you can with the pre-order do a click and collect. It says yes, you can. So it's not changed it. So it says I'll show you. So here you've got home delivery option or click and collect. So you can go to your local store for the exact same price, and it is now expected. Pre-order now, expected in stock 1st of March. So I always thought these guys got it in a month later, but I could be very, very wrong indeed. So let's go back to this page and see exactly what is going on as I am using my phone at the same time, just trying to do a little bit of research. Let's find it on there. As we've got, so as we had a very, very good discussion with Joe's Toy Collection UK, he said that some of these minifigures that are with this make no sense to the set, so they're going to be good fun to try and go around and collect. So this, for example, the reason why it is on a completely different plaque, which is that thing that we're looking at, which is the 25th anniversary, they're basically making you buy what they want to do. And if I was listening correctly, this is from the game, and it is a very, very popular character, supposedly. But you have just got the standard R2D2 down there, and it's £89.99, shipped from 1st of March. 1,050 pieces, 720 points, item number 75379. So that is that, and that's what we'll have a quick look at. That's the minifigure that everybody's going to be going for. And again, the good point that Jay made is that if you already have this one, you're not going to spend £89.99 for this minifigure. And how is this minifigure going to be worth? Because this might be one of the first sets that, with regards to the price point, isn't horrific. But this minifigure might be horrific because people might not want to buy the set because they've already got it. And I think that might be one of the first times that's happened where the set's actually good value, but you're not going to buy it again. And then you've got everything to do with this third leg and the guns and weaponry and everything that go in there. So that is done. That is covered. Thank you very much. Right. Those are pre-orders. And then we've got some others as well. So yeah, there's a fair few. We're going to finish on the center. And then we are all up, I think, it's the center. And then we're done. Yes. Yep. Because everything that we are looking at on their pre-order seems to be available for pre-order everywhere else. But before I forget, these two aren't there. Now, this one here is not exclusive to this. So as you're looking at that fancy box, I will quickly look at the back and see if this site is actually getting that one in, because I don't think. No, it's not. So where can we find? Where else? We'll see. If I just copy and paste this into the Google search, is there another website offering this now for pre-order or coming soon? That's not very helpful because I did not copy and paste. I didn't copy and paste the item number, so that is not going to work at all. I need the set number as well, which is set number 75387. So let's have a look. 75387. What's going to pop up? Lego. Oh no, it is there. It's because it's at a different price point. That's what it is. So there it is. So same website, just under a different tab. They've just typed it in differently. So I just typed that in on Google search, and this came up top. The £49.99 again. First, yeah, everything's exactly the same. Click and collect, and that is that. So it does seem to be the only one then you can't get is going to be the hand. So again, you've got this exclusive minifigure on here, and we were having a good conversation with regards to you can connect more than one set, but potentially you can only connect one because you've got the pins here. So it's interesting because what me and Jay were talking about is you either just build exactly the same again, and then just push them together. And then we realized that when you look at the outer photo, this one, there is no pins. So I am assuming they're not going to give you alternative instructions for this set. So it must mean that this bit here, where you've got this gap, it's exactly the same. So it's a Technic pin, and it's built. This bit here is built on a longer Technic piece, and you just push the pins in, which means when you build the next one, you rip it out, extend the corridor, and then put another door on. Because if you wanted it to go door, corridor, unless you want to completely redo it, I don't know how you can do it. Because you're going to need, if you want to connect a third, you have to have, for the next one, you have to have pins on show. And if you are going to put the door in, the door will spin around the opposite way. So that'll bring it into you, so you can put the door on, no problem. So you just have that on the inside again. But then the outside of that, because you pick it up, turn it around, and put it in, you are left with that. You're left with this problem where there's nothing there. The only thing I can think of doing is if you then wanted to extend it and have a third one, this bit here and this bit here, you would have to swap with that bit. And I'm hoping it's just the same bricks and you just plonk them over, and then you can put a third one on, you can put a fourth one on, potentially. Or it is only designed for you to just do it with two. I'm hoping it's easy enough to do the two, because it wasn't the most easiest way, shall we say, to figure out the Spider-Man set, because it just kind of had pictures and you didn't really know what clicked in what, because you started to push stuff in and it did start to break. But you can see there's play features in it, and the minifigures that it comes with do look very, very good indeed. Now, it is the correct print, which is good. Jay's confirmed that, because I think in one of them they actually got the red over the green and they did it wrong when they had them side by side, or they did something. Easter egg, obviously, what you can do, helmet falling off on the floor. I think that's what I'm going to do with that. I am stupidly tempted. I mean, stupidly tempted to pick a few of these up when they're in a sale and actually have this as my path around the second table of the Star Wars table. And you're going to have the new ships and then the corridor going past all the ships. So it looks like you're in a building looking at the bigger ships. And if I can just do that. And I mean, you're clutching at straws now, but if every set would fit at an angle between the door, each room would then have a view, because that's what you tend to do when you go around different museums. You go in bits and pieces, a bit like how we did in the DC bit, and this way, it's all done for me, but not for the price. So the price: $49.99, 502 pieces, 400 points. Item number 7538 and a 7. So K-Bricks, sorry, K-Bricks. What is your next purchase from Lego? Well, we will get to that. Well, I'm actually now. It very much depends on how quickly I can get this done. But my next purchase from Lego itself, there's one thing well, to be honest, it's going to be two things actually. One of two. The Ninjago market is only from the Lego website. So what I will do is if I will get up a secondary Lego tab, and then I can just flip between the two, so I can show you what I'm actually talking about. So K-Bricks has asked the question. I will share the answer with everybody. And also, when we get over to Ninjago, I need to check to see where you can get the Ninjago sets from. But this is exclusive. So this here, this is the difference. You can only get this from the Lego website. As it stands, as far as I'm aware, as it stands, unless it says exclusive, when it's hard to find, it means it's at Lego and only one other place, but exclusive is exclusive. That's what this is. Now, it's a massive set, 2 base plates, 6,163 pieces, item number 71799, and it comes with 21 minifigures, and it is 2,500 insider points, 800 insider points is £5 back. Now, I'm in the process of trying to get this in on display. Now, I was going to hope to do this with you guys and girls live, but I'm just going to do it in a disaster series anyway, and that's going to be what I'm going to be doing next week. So I've got a table now with the gardens in the city, which you guys and girls have seen. I'm in the process of rejigging it because I completely forgot, because I'm stupid, that this is actually on 2 base plates, not a base plate and a half. So as it stands, to my right-hand side, as I am looking at you guys and girls and looking at this, I have got Ninjago City, I've got the Ninjago Docks. To my left-hand side, I've got the gardens. I was hoping just to have this behind it. So we have got basically 2.5 base plates deep. That won't work, and this table is not 3 base plates deep enough. So I don't know whether I can create an L shape or figure it out from there. Now, I know K-Bricks is regretting asking the question because I'm giving you a life story rather than just a quick answer. Now, the other thing actually that goes into it nicely with regards to what is exclusive, if I go back over to this and go back over to this, so that's that, we'll cover that. It's actually the next Star Wars set, K-Bricks. So depending on when I get them, and it just happens to be, it is actually next up on the list. This one, I do believe, it says new, but it doesn't say exclusive. This is the one that is not available from Smith's. So I have heard that this is supposed to be exclusive to Lego, but because it doesn't say it, does John Lewis have it? And it's really annoying when they do that kind of thing because we have multiple outlets, but every outlet will get given different stock. So where can you get it? As it stands, nothing is popping up on the search. So it might be this, which is interesting because this does look very Ninjago one. It looks fantastic. And we'll go back. We'll go into the Ninjago sets in literally three clicks time. But this does look smart again with your minifigure and all that kind of thing. I think it looks nice. You've got all those. You've got the box artwork. This is it on the back. This will definitely fit a minifigure underneath, and you can see what it's like. And as we spotted, you got red for bad, and then you've got the other color for the goodies. So that is how that works. So that's all the different bits and pieces within the for itself. And then, well, this is the corridor. And you can see straight to the box artwork, look, they put blue. So that is the color of they've used for that. And then again, 1st of March, same as the other one, $69.99 for this one. 560 points, 654 pieces, item number 75376. So, as we both discussed on Thursday, before it all went a little bit weird and wonderful and crashed, they've done a very, very good job on these, I think. And for me, it's perfect for a museum. That's what it's a walk. What this is for me is my Legoland Miniland walkthrough attraction that they've done at Legoland Windsor before it got closed. And ever since then, I've wanted to recreate it. And I can with these ships. I can do that now because I can easily tile it all up and round and just put the minifigures in it, taking photos of them, and they carry on moving around. Because it's basically the architecture scale and the architecture sets are in perfect scale with a minifigure. It looks like it's a mini land. So top tip for you, architecture sets. If you want to create your own Lego mini land, I have done it. It's possibly one of the best displays I've ever done. And it's somewhere on my original Instagram photos from way back when. That's on there. Now, Senna. What thing this is. So it is a beautiful looking thing. And we have just seen it on the other website as well. So that is available to order on the other website. It is a very, very nice looking set. It's one of those which I think a lot of people will get just for the minifigure. Um, but at the same time, I think the car itself looks very, very good as well. It's got a lot going on for it. Let me get you in a little bit. What's a better picture? Let's start off with that. So you can see it's got all of the different bits and pieces in there with regards to the actual artwork and things like that. But it's just one of those. I think it's the helmet for me. The fact that they haven't got all the sponsors on it for obvious reasons. But yeah, fantastic. He makes it's a really really nice thing. Can you imagine a Nigel Mansell one next and that kind of thing going on as well? And they just have a lot of the big names and the big cars. I just don't know if they've got a license with F1 or a license with what is technically Honda McLaren. Because if they've got an F1 license, then they could go very, very deep on this new display, sort of almost like Legends type thing with it on its platform. And if you had a few of these, it would be fantastic. But with regards to the length, it's 12.5 inches long and it's 5 inches tall. So it's going to be a half decent size, but it's not stupid. But then again, at the same time, the price is not stupid for a very heavenly licensed thing. Because again, I'll be interested to know how it works because they've got McLaren Senna Honda powered, but it's always known as the McLaren MP4-4. It won absolutely everything. But you've also got the Shell licensing on, which they have had a deal with in the past. I've said this before, and then they got rid of Shell to have their Octane garages. But if you Google search for older petrol stations from Lego in any of the car form, they actually had Shell. So if you want to try and find an OG one, uh, yes, I think this is. I think this was a great piece. Okay, I think this is a very, very good looking, very, very good looking thing. I think it's one of those that I think will sell well. I really do think it will sell well. I'm hoping it does because this would be a line that I'd like them to go a little bit deeper in. But at the same time, I've got problems with how many lines they've got going because we've got a lot of the other cars that are coming out as well. They just say they're coming soon. So we've got a couple of Technic cars, and you've got the Formula E. But again, they are McLaren or they are Mercedes. That's it with regards to the F1 cars, I think. That's embarrassing. So the one that really does catch my eye is the new Speed Champions. I've nearly ended my own stream then because I was looking at the wrong page. So that gives you the width as well. So it's 6.5 inches in depth. So it is a big car. It's a big car. So that's what I need to click on, not the other thing. More on. Have they got the other cars on here? No, they've just got the. I wonder how they've done that. So that's in the recommended. Newest is what we're going to go back to. That's what we were on to these at the top. So it's Mercedes, McLaren, Mercedes, and then you've got the carousel stuff, and then you've got the Ninjago stuff, which we're having a look at in a second, and then we've got all the stuff that we've already covered, and then that is it. So yeah, we've covered absolutely everything else, and then we've got all of these pre-orders, which are very, very bizarre. So these pre-orders here are everywhere. I don't understand why there is so many, but these things will be at our local toy shops on the same date or a week or two after. But again, 1st of March, pre-order it now, get your points. So that's the only thing that they have. The only thing that they've got going for them at the moment is points and giveaway purchases. But then at the same time, this set will be heavily reduced in 4 to 6 weeks because it's going straight to a local toy outlet. So if you don't want it straight away and you don't want it day one, just wait if you want to save money. it's very, very strange at the moment because we're always going to have it. It's not going to sell out. You don't have to rush. You've got no FOMO. It's none of that. You're fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Now, with regards to the Ninjago, that's something I want to quickly look over with regards to the pre-orders and where else it's going to be available. Quick look at these cards for the last time. Yep, perfect. Like I said, not clicking on everything. I've already been waffling on long enough, but I want to find out where else you could get this from, because K-Bricks was saying, what else do I want to add? This isn't going to be day one for me, but this will be coming into my display at some point, and I think it does look very, very nice. Now, where you know, on the background, so you don't have to be bored by it. It says Lego, Lego, Lego. Nothing is popping up, which means I don't think that is going to have it. The one that we were looking at, so but potentially it will be coming somewhere else, but it doesn't say exclusive, and that is a bit of an odd one. Yeah. So the only other one that I want to have a quick look on before we basically finish. This was just a very, very quick overview. I wanted to do with a little bits and pieces, but it's not really got as planned today. I was out longer than I thought it was going to be, and it's life. So we can get over it. We can crack on. And I think close to the time, I think we'll have a much more in-depth Star Wars discussion if they are going to be releasing any more, or what other Lego sets are they going to be releasing from Star Wars? Because is it going to be a giveaway in March? Is one of the giveaways going to be one of those ships? What ship is it going to be? That's the kind of stuff that we will be talking about, but I can't talk about that to myself. I could, but I don't think it'll come across very well. So the other playset, see, this one I can see being in the local toy shops because it's a playset, whereas the other one, not too sure who would have ordered that for their own stock. So that is that. We have got Lego popping up top, as you would imagine, and nothing else is popping up yet. So I don't think it's going to be anywhere else apart from the Lego website. Now, you are getting a lot with this. Already covered it. Well, I've covered it very, very briefly twice. So there's not really too much I need to say about it for the third time, really, really close together, because like I said, this was just to find out what their pre-orders were doing with regards to where else you can get it from. But there's a lot going on with it. You can see you've got the nice sword, which you did figure out was translucent. And then obviously you can add a lighting kit to it as well to add the lights to it. You can see you've got sticker, got this cool little blue element just here. And then this bit at the bottom, as I said, I like because you can add all the different minifigures and just put them in a different place. I think it does look very, very smart indeed. Now, before I wrap it up, just double check to make sure we haven't missed anything. Oh, offers. Are they still doing the offers, are they? So that's one for K-Bricks. Might get you one of them on the second-hand market, K-Bricks, for a Christmas present. I think that'd be nice. Right, plenty in the last chance. So the Guardian ship $62.99, and it's on back order. That's on back order. It's the last chance. So what is that now? 8th of Feb. So it's on back order. So that's a bit weird. They've still got $62.99 by the looks of it is the cheapest price at the moment because everywhere else is gone. So when this was at Smith's and the other outlets, I don't know. I think it probably went down to about £60. It's a nice thing. The minifigure is very, very good. It's big, surprisingly big. It would have been nice if they'd done it as the scale of the big orange one, where it opens up and you can walk all the minifigures through. So the basically the back was the same width, but the front was a little bit bigger, it would have been an amazing looking thing. Um, Whereas it works perfectly fine, but they've done that with the Quinjet a couple of times. They've also done that with the orange ship before. That orange ship that is to my left hand side, the big Guardian ship. Until you see it in hand, it is incredible detail. Now there is unboxing videos available for all of these sets if you wanted to have a look. And yes, they do shoot off, and you can put minifigures in there. But the thing about it, if this does not move, you can't shut that down. So I wanted to have this parked. To be honest, I would have quite liked to have a part with by some modulars like they do. Spoiler in the TV show and the film. I think it's just the film. I think it's a TV series. There's more in the TV series. It is just the film, but it's this back bit is so big I can't get it on the shelf. I could get it on the shelf if I moved a modular, but then I've got to rehome a modular, and that's just a pain. So we don't want to be doing that. But things happen, so stuff does move, but not what you want to move. Basically, you put the weaponry in its flaps. So you can see all around the outside there is bits and pieces for the different weapons and that kind of thing. And that's where those two ships shoot off from. Minifigures themselves, you've got 4 exactly the same torso prints, and then you just got the different heads, which it is what it is. That's exactly what they wore. And then you've got Adam Warlock as that minifigure, who is actually very, very, very good, as I'm looking for him right now. I bet you I have. He's over there and he's just out of reach. And I am too lazy to stand up and see what is what. We've got the race. It says recommended to me, but I don't know if I can just do this to newest. Does it change? Oh, it does. Okay, Last Chance Christmas Jumper, $13.99. That's all your advent calendars. The game we know about. You're throwing all the stunts in. They always go into sales. I think if it was, it's bizarre because you don't normally see full lines always in a sale. But the best place to pick these up from in the UK, Argos, because like some of the trucks and some of these things, like this, for example, went all the way down to I think $8.99 for the older one that they had. You can pick some really good ones up. I, I just they get good reviews though. They got 4.9, 4.9, 4.8. So they're not bad. I mean, obviously, because that's expensive and they do look nice. But it's just unusual that they always, but they keep making them. Well, he says that. Have they got any new stunts coming out now? I don't know if I've seen any new ones actually. Let us know you want to watch this back if I've missed something. Obviously, the Friends, it's the odd one that will go into sales. They're always turning that around, but big 50% off the grocery store. So think of Christmas, birthday presents, and all that kind of stuff. Learn about Chinese culture. That's gone down by 30%. And then you've obviously, what does make sense, is the IPs going out for the films. So 26 now for the Sunbird, and it's still available. I can't. I almost refuse to get that, to be honest. Uh, this thing, yep, 17.99, 47.99. That's now gone down to 40%. I know a couple of people that have picked this up, and I don't think they enjoy putting it together. But at the same time, it's one of those. It is what it is. So the Haunted Mansion. I'm surprised that they put it into a last chance discount. I think a lot of people were buying these to get to the random giveaway that they do twice a year. So the only problem is that it makes it difficult to get the exclusive Disney giveaway for people that collect this stuff when they've already got everything and there's not enough selection. You know what I mean? That makes sense. I think I can't imagine anything else being a massive surprise because every day of the week at the moment, Super Mario is the sale. That is definitely not a good look. That is down from 17 to 10. I've seen that much cheaper than that, which is terrifying. I know, and that was a good while ago when I saw that. What else have we got? Police boats, other bits and pieces, stunt blade challenge. Tuck into your local Legos website. So the train temple, that's a nice thing. In fact, these minifigures are worth, well, they were worth quite a bit, these snakes. So they've gone back to a different series for the 4 plus. This is the Ninja Dragon Temple 4 plus set. So it's expensive, but you get 4 figs with it. And these 2 figs were sought after when they originally came out. Anyway, you got these in all sorts of different colours. I think this is just where is it? It's a squashed version of the Dragon Temple. So I think the original, like the big dragon pit that came out, it had a huge dragon pit with prisons all around the outside, and you've got loads of minifigures. I think they were the purple figs that came with that. I enjoyed that series, actually. That series was very, very good. But you can see what this is all about with the dragon. Big dragons. You can see how it clips together. Big pieces, big tail, no stickers. Got the big chassis, and well, you've got Technic holes in there. So they have, in some of their sets, now done Technic pins. And you are learning to put Technic pins in with some of the bits and pieces. So it's a nice thing that they are going down this educational route with them. It's a good stepping stone off from Duplo as well, isn't it? So Organic Farm, big sale on that, 30% off. That looks like it's nice. Lots of little micro builds to build separately. So hopefully you might have more than one instruction booklet. The Another Loop, big sale, 30% off. That's 30% off. And then you've got all the keyrings you could possibly imagine, and they're last chance. Why keyrings are last chance? I don't even know why they need to say that, but there are literally hundreds to pick from the Lego website and at the Legoland parks as well. Huge amount. Lunchbox or box with handle, Carnage, minifigure notes, $8.99, $53.99 for that. See if you think it was overpriced, and it's still overpriced. And I've just heard some absolutely terrible news that they are going to be making Eternals 2. And I do believe it goes into production in 2025. And the film was that bad, and nothing's ever spoken about it since. And there's the only one thing that I would have liked to have got was the Eater of the Worlds. These minifigures do look smart, but now I think the value of each one of these minifigures is basically worth the price of this whole set. So anybody that is currently trying to sell these minifigures at a higher price point, because the price point of the set was higher, will now be losing out on money on the second-hand market. But this has been in a sale potentially the longest I've ever seen a set in a sale, and people just aren't picking it up. So it's a worry, isn't it, for how bad the Marvel bits and pieces got? But that is a completely different discussion for a completely different day. Now, I think we're done. I think we're covered. I don't think there's anything else to cover. I think we've gone through absolutely everything. So we have. So guys, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So remember, you can get all these different pre-orders with your different points and all that kind of thing. And don't forget, the London is Calling is also available. We'll be going live again either this Thursday coming or the following Thursday if there is any other new news to tuck into. And if I can grab somebody else to jump on the live with me, then we can have a good discussion and that kind of thing. But I only wanted to be on for a short time, just over an hour, which is what we have achieved, which is good. And keep your eyes peeled for the Lego Disaster series. The big upload just happened literally yesterday of this going live, episode 22. So I've been doing it for 22 rounds of getting these bits and pieces back after floorboards being replaced and anything else that you could possibly imagine. But what I am looking at now, I really like. So it's actually worth doing. I have got just to. Can I think I can. We can end it off with a little bit of a tease. So just to hit my right, we've got the Disney Castle, and then wrapping it round. There's a lot of Star Wars bits and pieces happening now, but that, you can have a look at on the next Disaster series upload. But guys, that is it. I am done. So if you like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You got to take care and I'll catch you next one. Done.